What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we're taking a look at one of the absolute best, but somehow obscenely underrated in-game exotics for Warlocks, the Secant Filaments. So if you've been turning a smug eye at these beautiful and powerful exotic boots, then it's high time you reconsider your decisions and start using the Secant Filaments. This exotic comes with the intrinsic perk called Devouring Rift, a surprisingly powerful perk that comes with two extremely unique benefits. The first only being a benefit when running a Void build. Devouring Rift grants Devour when casting an Empowering Rift, which when Devour is active, you receive health and grenade energy after each kill. This Devour buff works just as your standard Devour does, so it will benefit from fragments that extend the duration of Devour. Since these effects remain with you after stepping out of the Rift, I feel that this can be a much more effective way of surviving in in-game content than just simply having a healing Rift. But that's not even the kicker when it comes to Secant Filaments. The secondary benefit is what really makes a difference when it comes to in-game content like Grandmasters, and it opens the Secant Filaments up to being used with non-Void builds. When casting an Empowering Rift on any subclass, damage dealt by you and your allies while within the Empowering Rift will disrupt any combatant and will stun overload champions. This is a 14-second buff that's granted only while you and your allies stand within the Empowering Rift, giving your entire team the ability to fire off overload rounds, capable of stunning overload champions from any weapon. That means the Wither Horde, SMGs, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, literally any weapon that you and your teammates fire while standing in your Empowering Rift are going to disrupt every enemy that's hit. What's so important about that is that while an enemy is affected by disruption effects, they deal out reduced damage, which equates out to be a 25% reduction for incoming damage, something that can be a game changer when in a raid or a nightfall. While your enemy's damage will be reduced, you'll be reaping the benefits of a damage boost thanks to the Empowering Rift, and in the case of Void Walkers, you'll have Devour active in the process. Void Warlocks will receive additional benefits for Secant Filaments by running Child of the Old Gods, as you'll gain health whenever a target is being drained by your Void Soul while running Empowering Rift. When pairing Secant Filaments up with mods like Font of Might or High Fire Energy, you'll have an even further increase to weapon damage, making it far easier to quickly cut down those champions in the hardest of activities. To maximize the effectiveness of Secant Filaments, you want to pair it up with mods like Utility Kickstart, Insulation, Bolstering Detonation, Focusing Strike, Well of Utility, and other mods aimed towards regenerating class ability energy. It's equally as important to maintain a high level of recovery when running the Secant Filaments, which will reduce your class ability's base cooldown. Discipline will be just as much of a focus, especially for solar builds that can pair the Secant Filaments up with healing grenades to make up for the loss of a healing Rift. The biggest benefit to running Secant Filaments is that unlike some exotics that only benefit you and your abilities, the Secant Filaments offer a unique advantage that your entire team can benefit from, making your ability at successfully completing dungeons, Grandmasters, and raids much more efficient. So I highly encourage all of the Warlocks out there to give the Secant Filaments a try, and let me know what you think in the comments below. That's going to wrap things up for today's video. Thank you as always for stopping by and checking it out. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then please be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. If you're in need of any help throughout this season, maybe with a dungeon, a raid, a nightfall, or any of the new content, be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.